All right, so let me tell you like the beginning of how I became, entrenched or enmeshed in this pickup artist community and why I've kind of turned into this MGTOW movement type guy and why I'm sort of red pilling and MGTOW and going in that direction with a lot of my content. Okay, so basically, okay, it was probably, I don't know, man, maybe 2004 or something like that, right? Back then I used to, work at, a club, nightclub, and, I was going to school, college, and I was doing this, I was doing that. And so I had a certain amount of success with women, okay? I was young, you know, and I was ambitious. Like I'd go out there and I talk to any and every girl possible, okay? And I didn't have a problem emoting and expressing my feelings and myself. Okay, I definitely wasn't shy. And not only that, I was in a state that, you know, I was sort of a rarity, right? So I'm in like an all white state. I'm the only black person. Okay, so a woman might just want to have sex with me just to see what it's like being with a black guy, right? It just is what it is. And so I had extreme successful women, or not extreme, but I had a lot of successful women. You know, I had a good amount of successful women. That shit's relative, but it is here. It's neither here nor there. And then I left the state. Okay, I became homeless. Okay, and I moved to San Diego. Right, and I got like super depressed because I'd like want to talk to women, talk to women, talk to women all the time, and all this other type of stuff, and women would not talk to me. Okay, and I think a lot of it had to do with the culture of San Diego being one where it's a little bit more shut off, closed off from people that you don't know. Okay. Um, you know, Before when I was living in Washington State, it was small towns. So either you were on the ends with the people at the small in that other movers and shakers in the small town, or you weren't. And I was on the ends all the time, so I'd always have some success, right? I was always on the scene, etc. Fast forward, I'm in San Diego. Life is terrible. All right. I'm, you know, Women won't even talk to me. They won't even look at me, you know, and it hurts a lot. Okay. So I type in to Google at the time, okay, because I just discovered Google. Like I had maybe done less than 20 searches. Okay. It's like 2004 or something like that, give or take. And so I'm making my first Google searches, whatever. And I'm like, dear God, give me a girlfriend or something like that, right? And I stumble upon this, what do you call it? This guy. His name is Mark Ryan, the Seduction King, right? And so I binge watch or binge listen to his podcast. Okay, it's probably like 100 hours long. He's probably got maybe 150 episodes. Okay, and I just really thoroughly enjoy it. Okay, and so I study a lot of the stuff that is in his, products, and it gave me an enormous amount of not just success, because success is relative, right? Right? If if I'm 3 times more successful than I was yesterday, then I'm successful, right? Or then I've, stumbled upon you know, a gold mine, a valuable resource, right? Because I'm more successful today than I was yesterday, right? So I stumble upon Mark Ryan and I binge watch all his stuff, and then I just get into psychology, real heavy, real deep, and it starts with Kevin Hogan, Dr. Kevin Hogan. I go in head first. I buy a whole bunch of his products and stuff like that, and I just study psychology like crazy. Okay, then okay, I decide that I want to start a company, okay, a pickup artist company. Okay, so I said, all right, I'm gonna start a pickup artist company. So, I built the website and I do this and do that and all this other type of stuff, and I wind up interviewing a lot of pickup artists. Okay, and I have a lot of knowledge myself because the stuff that I'm taking in is amazing. From Kevin Hogan, from Mark Ryan, shit's amazing. Okay, and so I build a company and market it and all this other types of stuff. Okay, um, the company was called Elite Seduction Labs for a while, and I changed the name of it to Obsession Systems. Okay, and things went really well with that magazine. I interviewed a whole bunch of great people, all this other types of stuff. Then I said, you know what, this isn't making me any money, this and that and the other. Keep in mind, I'm still homeless. So I quit that. And then, I start doing some other stuff. Okay. Fast forward, okay, around the pandemic, I get back into psychology heavy. Okay. I'm talking about like, like jump in the water, okay, and drown heavy, right? I'm in this shit knee deep, okay, okay. I've read a couple, maybe I've been through. I ain't gonna say I read the books, but I um, listened to the books. I've listened to probably close to a couple hundred books. Over the last couple of years, um, done a whole bunch of studying, done a whole bunch of experimentation. You know, and for me, even though I'm not the most successful guy with women, you have to realize that a lot of this stuff is relative because it's always going to come down to money, no matter what. It's always going to come down to money. Okay, even if a girl likes me, she's gonna be like, "Yeah, I like you, but okay, I'm gonna ruin my life." Okay, and a lot of the people that you know I care about is gonna stop talking to me if they see me have too close of a relationship with you. So therefore, I have to, throw them off the scent, and I can't be with you, and so it, relationships are not are not effective right now, and this is the reason that I'm on this men going their own way shit, okay, or even on some what do you call it, you know, involuntary celibate shit, right? Because it's true. Look, man, okay, if I wanted to, I'm just gonna be honest with you, okay, if I wanted to do things like everyone else, okay, I would have far, in my opinion, I would have far above and beyond what the average person has, okay, because of my understanding of psychology, okay, because of my understanding of the system, okay, and how to get around a lot of things. And so, you know, I could live the lifestyle of someone who makes $200,000 a year, okay, on $50,000 a year. Easy. That's not a problem for me. That's a problem for a lot of other people, not for me. But I don't want to do that. Okay. I want something bigger. Okay. So that means that instead of investing my money into looking like I make $200,000 a year, okay, I'd rather just make $200,000 a year. So that means I have to put my money back into the pot. Okay. And so that me playing the game of, oh, I drive this car and I wear these clothes and do these things. Okay, that's not the game that I'm playing right now. So therefore, I am left involuntarily celibate. Okay, and I'm going my own way, not necessarily following the path of what everybody else is doing. Okay, but there's a twist. Okay, there's a twist to all this because at the end of the day, how do I say this? There's a twist to this because at the end of the day, like there's certain decisions you have to understand that like there's decision making that goes into everything that I do, right? So it's like it's kind of like this, right? Okay, Hugh Hefner, right? He's 85 years old, 86 years old, something like that when he died, right? He probably slept with more women than anybody in the world, okay, that were, you know, just ridiculously beautiful, okay? But that's because he built his life around creating dynamics that were ridiculously beautiful, okay? He basically built a machine that manufactured beautiful women, okay? This is what excites me. There's a psychology to this, okay? To the whole process of being Hugh Hefner, to saying, okay, well, I've got these pictures on the wall when you walk into the Playboy Mansion. Okay, this is what you're gonna see. This is what you're immersed in. Okay, these are the emotions that you're gonna feel. Okay, you're gonna want to become a part of this world. Okay, because I am, you know, because this is what you see and you admire these people. Okay, and your way to getting into this world is basically through me, right? And it just so happens means that it means that, you know, sex and having sex with me is probably a good way to get into that world. Okay. And she knows this. She's already evaluating this. She's analyzed this. She's come to this conclusion on her own. Okay. I don't have to force her to do anything. It's a machine, right? That I am looking to build. Okay. And me building this machine is more important than me having a conquest here, a conquest there, a conquest here. Or me, becoming a bus driver, making $50,000 a year, okay, and, you know, ending up with one woman for the rest of my life. Not saying it's a bad thing, but it's just not what I want to do, okay? So it's not that I'm giving up on me being a seducer. I'm saying I know so much about seduction that I want more leverage. That means I want more money. And if I want more money, then that means that I'm going to have to give up a lot of the things that are going to get me success today. So I could invest my money into doing things and putting myself in places where beautiful women are so that I can sleep with them, okay, today, or I could save that money, put it into my business so that I can grow my business big, so that I can put myself into places where beautiful women are at a higher level than I would have been able to do if I had just done it now, right? And so that's what I'm talking to you about. My business is psychology. Okay, and I want to share with you what's going on in my mind, how I'm thinking, and a lot of the topics we're going to talk about is like, say, dating, marrying, seducing women overseas. Okay, whether it's the Philippines, whether it's Russia, um, you know, cultures around the world, psychology of all types. Okay, this is straight from psychology today. Okay, this isn't I made this stuff up. Okay, straight from psychology today is just applied to you know things that we care about. You see what I mean? So this is my goal. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to show you. This is what this channel is about. Okay, there's a little bit of incel stuff, there's a little bit of men going their own way stuff, there's a little bit of dating overseas stuff, there's a lot of psychology stuff, and I think that it's just a good place overall for men to succeed with women. Okay, if you want to check me out, go to pualingo.com. That's pualingo.com, and you'll get more information on me, my movement, what I'm doing, and the business, etc. Thank you for listening. Ciao.